Okay, we got the carb off the dyno mule motor and just changing accelerator pumps. Sometimes they look all right and sometimes you can tell. This one is leaking. You actually feel the rubber there. It's kind of deteriorated and crunchy. Because it's not like these things actually wear out, they just fade away, especially if the carb's used part of the year, then not used again for a while. Same thing with the needles and seats. We're going to change them out because we've been having problems with them leaking. If you look at these ones, there's little O-rings on them. That's actually what quite often is your issue. The O-rings get hard and brittle, it starts leaking fuel by them, and then your needle and seat is no longer working properly. But anyway, yeah, we grabbed the new accelerator pump diaphragm, Holy one here. We will throw that in place there and see if we can fix this carb's woes. It's been giving us some grief on the dyno, leaking a little bit here and there every time we go to use it. But it's been off a race car that's been used, not used, sitting around, and then that stuff just gradually deteriorates the rubbers and stuff. So better when they're being used. But anyway, we'll put this one in there now. Just thought I'd show you on the diaphragm. You can see how this one's all wet on the back side. Generally shouldn't be wet on the back side when you pull it out. This one we robbed out of another carb and put it in, but I'm just going to replace both of them right now to save some issues. And we'll replace both needles and seats in it, and we'll put it back on the dyno motor, and we will try again. We'll be back. Okay, just pulled the needle and seat out of there and took the little locking nut off and the screw, and just screws this out, and your needle and seat. So there's the rubber on that one. I've had these where they literally break right apart at times. So we're just going to put two new ones in. This was the used one we put in this one. Rubber still feels kind of soft in this one, but we're not going to take a chance, and we will just replace it with a new one. We got some Performance World ones that fit the Holly and Quick Fuels, so we'll try that, and yeah, we'll be back. And we're just going to pull the bowls off quickly. Got to make sure you don't lose the little gaskets that are around these. Sometimes they stick to the bolt, sometimes they stick to the bowl. Sometimes these are stuck on here, you can give them a wrap. And you got non-stick that are not bad. So you can see the float in there right now. So an easy way to set these is, hopefully I can screw this without a wrench. But if you can turn the 5/8 nut, and you can see the bowl raising. So I'll set it about halfway, hopefully there. So I'm turning the nut, which turns the needle and seat, raising it about halfway. I'll lower it just a little bit. We don't need it too high. We'll put it right there. Shouldn't really have to set them on the dyno then. So my bowl's upside down right now, so you can see where it's putting it. Then I'll just hit the locking screw, it locks it in place. And then I'll just put it back in, and we should be good to go. And I'll do the same on the other side. Got to make sure you get this lever under that lever, because that's for your accelerator pump. So there, we got it kind of in there now. Gaskets are still on there. You can see them. This one's got the plastic gaskets that are a little bit better. And I'll stick these screws back in, and then I will do the other side. So I'll shut you guys off for now, and I will be back. Okay, this side now, we'll change the needle seat in it. Make sure I haven't stuck it in already. tight. Grab a 5/8. Okay, 5/8. I don't know if you've seen that, but these nuts got a little square side to them, so they fit the flat spots on your needle and seat so that they can turn it up and down. Got to make sure you got your gasket on. Screw goes on next. It's got a gasket in there already. Screw just locks it. This actually turns the needle and seat up and down. But we'll pull this bowl off again so you can see how we set it. And that way we're not playing around on the, when we go to run on the dyno, it'll be pretty close. Come on. It's just tight enough I can't do it with my fingers, but there we go. Again, make sure you don't lose the little gaskets that are under the bolt head. They're all sticking to the bowl, so that's good. What's that?
Still a problem with it?
I just decided to change all the needles and seats and the accelerator pumps. We kept robbing them out of this other one, but then the next thing would leak, or they would work for a bit and then leak after. So I just bought all new ones for it. So yeah, so I would change them all.